Hello everyone and welcome back for another episode of Indie Impressions. My name is Nick and today we're going to be checking out Icefishing V. Or maybe it's that Greek letter V that I can't remember which one it is. Anyway, it's a very surreal, completely undefinable first-person exploration game with some puzzle elements, maybe. I played this for like 10 minutes and I had absolutely no idea what I was doing. I just wanted to get my sound levels, get everything checked out, and I realized if I started this video with absolutely no knowledge of how to beat the first level, I was going to probably end up walking around in circles for half an hour. So I at least figured that out, although I have no idea to the logic as to why that works the way it does. Anyway, let's start it up. This is probably going to be one of those games that you're going to want to just go grab for yourself after you see a little bit of it and try and just hear it through your headphones, get a sense of what exactly is going on. It's an interesting looking game, but I certainly can't say it makes a whole lot of sense. Let's start it up, though. Let's see what there is to see here. So we've got a bunch of controls. We can emit with E, we can move with WASD, and we can invert our mouse look with the I key, and then we can control our viewpoint with the mouse, of course. Press E to continue. Let's do that. And we need to board, we're going to call it the TARDIS, I guess. We can hyperglitch with shift, and we can rhythmic glitch with 0 through 9, which is not exactly the easiest thing to do while you're trying to press WASD. But then again, I don't think you're exactly being timed, so maybe it really doesn't matter. So here we go into the wild world of Icefishing V. So we may as well be super sleuthy secret hackers in Lawnmower Man 3 or something, and did they make a Lawnmower Man 3? I think they stopped at 2, right? We're basically going into this world of computerness, and there's some very creepy, drone-y kind of sounds going on to set the atmosphere. We're closing in on this little pole in the center, which is actually the entire world we'll be inhabiting. We are extremely small in the scale of things. So here we are, we can control the game now, we can look around. You'll see there are a number of planes of existence. We happen to exist on this one with all these tiny little pine tree looking things. Whoa, and they actually jump up and away when you get near them. This actually reminds me of that game we used to have, I think it was like on the old Mac stuff, that it was like a tank. Actually, you know what, it wasn't just for Mac, it was totally for like Atari and stuff, right? There was a tank game, and you drove around, everything was all green and vectors, and essentially we just needed to not get shot and look for the enemy tank and try and shoot him first. There's a similar graphical aesthetic to that, I suppose. Very surreal, very confusing. I can't wait to get up to some of these areas and figure out what on earth is going on with them. This one in particular looks kind of frightening. So we can walk around, we can shoot with E or shoot with mouse click. And they shoot these railgun-looking lasers out, which happen to light up all the pine trees that they hit. And there is our goal. The little phone booth suspended in the air. If we right-click, crazy stuff happens, and I don't know why. There's some sort of vectors, trajectory lines, I don't know. I really don't understand it at all, but it looks very cool. And I keep wanting to switch back to that mode, and I think I am required to use that mode to some degree. Maybe. I don't know, we'll find out. I'm going to shoot some more pine trees for now. See how many I can activate, watch them all take off into the sky. I kind of want to watch and see where one of them goes, if I can. Alright, so that just takes off, and what? Slowly vanishes? They look like they're just suspended in the air, so I guess that's one way to go about it. The soundtrack is all glitched out. I can press the shift key to replicate. I believe that's the same thing as the right click. And then all the number keys make me feel like I'm in DJ Hero or something. So I think the more of these pine trees I shoot, the closer to the ground this phone booth gets, and eventually it just decides to let me on. So, okay. In we go. No idea why that worked the way it does, but let's see what happens on the next plane of existence here. This is entirely new to me at this point. Very cool little cityscape thing going on in the next one, too. Alright, so we go right from one to the other. This one doesn't have any pine trees, so I'm not sure how I'm supposed to make do. We also seem to be leaving a trail behind us. Maybe that's shaping the music that's playing? Oh, did you hear that? It glitched out. Was that a coincidence? Yeah, I guess it was. I thought maybe when I crossed over my own path, it was like I was subverting my own timeline or something. Should be a kind of an interesting mechanic. So the phone booth in this case seems to be guarded by the Sims crystal, and it is very, very tall. Maybe I can shoot the phone booth itself, and it will drop. Maybe that is working? I can't really tell. It looked like it just got lower, but I'm not sure why. Oh, should I shoot the pillar holding it up? Is that what I'm after? Probably one of them just ricocheted in a direction that actually helped me out by accident, and I have no idea why. Very pretty, very interesting to look at just about every different frame that you put it in. Oh, what is going on over here? There's crystals growing out of the ground or something. Maybe I need to ricochet between all these. Oh, that's beautiful. I never knew there was so much to ice fishing. Alright, I think I understand. Okay, so I just needed to shoot those crystals, set off a rhythm, set off a harmony of some sort, and the phone booth presents itself. Well, I'm sure I won't want to spoil the entire game for you, so maybe I'll just do one more level and we'll call it a day. But if you can't tell, I'm in a very strange space here as far as expressing my opinion. I'm both enjoying this very much and also completely bewildered, which I guess if you've watched enough of my videos, you'll probably know that is sort of like the space I prefer to occupy when it comes to these exploratory surreal games. Am I supposed to... Oh yeah, okay. Ricochet off all the buildings. That's kind of what I figured. So I guess we've established a theme here, and it's not nearly as complex as I thought it was. Just took a little bit of a pattern for me to get the theme down. So where is our phone booth in this case? Is that it off in the distance there? It'd be pretty cool if we could make some nice music by shooting these around. Very eerie when it glitches out like that, too. I definitely feel the feeling that I'm in one of those, like, you're not supposed to be here type of worlds that people seem to be so hot on making lately, and I'm totally for it. I really like that concept. And it's actually, it takes a very simple concept as far as bouncing around these little planes and actually turns it into something very beautiful. I mean, there's really not a lot going on graphically here, yet it's almost cluttered. In a good way, though. So I'm sure that I just needed to activate... Okay, actually that's giving me the viewpoint of where our exit point is. That is very cool. I actually just kind of want to hang out and walk around in this space, because it's actually really interesting to look around in. It's also much bigger than any of the previous ones, it seems. Or at least, since most of it is obfuscated, it seems that way. So I could move on to the next one, but I think I will wrap up the episode here. I know this is a surprisingly quick episode again, and I sort of said that I was going to not do that after yesterday's episode, but, you know, I think you should hopefully understand the point of why I'm doing it. I don't want to spoil the concepts of the rest of these little sub-worlds, and I think part of the fun of these types of games is discovering them and exploring them for yourself. So I would urge you guys, definitely go grab this game. It is totally free. It is a Unity game. It will run on just about anything. I'm not sure graphically how nice it'll look if you turn all the settings all the way down, but, you know, it's built up from some fairly simple components, so there's a good chance that it will maybe still be at least reasonable on lower settings. And actually, looking back, it's really cool that you can see the city partially activated like that. Am I... Oh, I guess I'm here. Oh yeah, look at that. You can see your progress through all the original areas. And it looks very abstract from here. I really love that glitched out background as well. So I will leave a couple more left for you guys to explore. I will leave, of course, the link for this game if you want to go check it out yourself. We'll be right in the description. Don't even know how to activate this, but I have a feeling these floating train cars are going to have something to do with it. And, there we go. That's what I figured. Anyway, sorry, I just spoiled another one. We'll leave the best for last, though. So you guys go check it out. Let me know what you think in the comments. I'm very curious to hear your opinions on this. Such a surreal game. Very pretty, though, and very different. Love to hear from you just about any components when it has to do with the series, if it's this game in particular, how you think I'm doing in general. If you have a recommendation, if you just want to chat, whatever, just leave a comment, or, you know, hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter handle is @RockLeeSmile. I've also got the usual plugs that I did sort of out of sequence here. Indie-impressions.com for all the old episodes in the series. We've gone over 400 now, and with your support, hopefully another 400, if not more. And when I say your support, if you want to do anything to help, and this actually means a ton if you could, just mention my show to one person. That's all it takes. Because really, I generally grow this completely by word of mouth, although I get, hits from all of my friends that have been helping me out a lot, other fellow YouTubers and such. The biggest way to get people involved is, tell a friend that, hey, somebody's doing this thing looking at all these weird indie games. Maybe you might want to check that out. That's all it takes. Real simple. But other than the website itself, I've also got facebook.com/indieimpressions. If you'd like to leave a like on that, it only takes a second. You'll get every day's new video delivered right into your inbox. I also do channel updates over there and occasional game giveaways and contests, so, it helps me out a lot if you want to, but no pressure. And that is pretty much going to do it. So as always, guys, remember to come back again tomorrow for another awesome indie game. I will continue to look for especially strange ones to the best of my ability. And hopefully you guys can keep things going on your end. I will keep doing what I'm doing on my end. And we will see where this goes. So thanks so much for watching. I will see you all tomorrow.